Come and spend the day with me as we savor the season. It's a cozy November day here at the farmhouse with a warm cup of coffee and kids running underfoot. It's kind of chaotic and kind of beautiful all at the same time. I'll be doing some homemaking and talking about how we can slow down time during this season. I want to be present for Thanksgiving and Christmas and enjoy and savor everything in between. Good morning there, sweet friend. We are starting our morning here in the kitchen with some quick oatmeal for my hungry kids. And I am gonna go get a quick workout in before I talk myself out of it. This time of the year can get so busy and it's cozy, and I just want to sleep in and not do all the things. If there is one thing I know, especially going into the holidays, is that I will feel so much better if I go through my routines and rhythms when it comes to working out and eating right. It just allows me to enjoy the holidays that much more, and I think it helps us avoid getting sick and run down. So taking care of my body, even though this feels like torture this morning for some reason. Today's video was dumbbells and burpees. And if she falls down at the end, it was a hard one. But I survived it. And you know what? You never regret a workout that you got done. So I am giving myself a power breakfast now. And I feel like I've earned it this morning. We're kind of eating in shifts here. So I'm going to enjoy a late breakfast and play a little Guess Who with the kids. I've been trying to play with my kids when they ask me. That's not always possible, but I'm finding it important to slow down when they ask me and sit down and just be present with them for a while. As I say that out loud, it sounds so sad that that's not just our first instinct, but I think as mothers, we're busy. We have a lot of things to do, and it's often chaotic here. Although my videos come across as very sweet and relaxing, it is quite chaotic here with 4 kids sometimes. But I'm finding that it is a good way to slow time down, just getting down to their level, playing the tea party, or getting out the board games. It does help me to just be more in the present moment with them.
Does your person have a pinky fingy in his ear?
No. No, don't just put people down. You don't know. So what do some are not supposed to be on the table, miss? Yes, kind of.
Okay.
So
You win.
You win. That's not how it works. Okay, is your person Rachel? See how that works? I'm getting a very late start on getting everybody dressed and ready for the day today, but it's still worth it. I find it still, even if the day feels like it's halfway over by the time I get dressed and ready, I still will feel so much more productive and the day will feel longer, I think, when I show up, when I get dressed and feel my best. And fall fashion is my absolute favorite. So if I'm not taking the time to put on my favorite dresses and favorite sweaters now before it gets incredibly cold and I just want to wear all the layers, then I feel like I'm just skipping some of my favorite things about the season. So most of the time in the evenings, I will take an evening walk. I love this time of year getting outside, but the past few days it has turned really cold. I've been really thankful that we have the Averon rower in our basement. I want to tell you more about them because they're today's video sponsor. The Averon Strong Rower is not only a good cardio session, but it is a full body, low impact workout. And it strength trains, it's cardio, it's an all-in-one. But the best thing about Averon is they've gamified how we do our workouts. So they make it slightly addictive. It's so fun to play the games on there and still get a good workout in. So our entire family basically fights over the Averon, especially between me and the boys. So if you have young kids in the house, you have teenagers, and maybe you want to motivate them beyond their video games, the Averon is a great piece of equipment to have in your house. But outside of the boys loving it, I have really enjoyed it in a relaxing way too. I can still get in the rowing, but I can do a virtual experience, and you can hear the sounds of the water. You can feel almost like the air coming off of the machine too. So you kind of feel like you're in that zone. And the virtual experiences are so cool. So when life is hectic as the holidays are approaching, you could be on a lake somewhere or in Venice and just in your little boat enjoying all of the things. The thing that's so cool about Averon is they've taken the technology that is often used against us as far as making our devices more addictive. And they've used that technology to actually work in our favor to get us more motivated and slightly addicted to working out, if you will. If rowing's not your thing, Averon also created the world's first gamified treadmill, and they also have a bike. I also shared this the last time I talked about Averon, but I also love how it has a really big screen on it. I think it's a 22-inch screen, and it can swivel, so you can adjust it exactly where you need it while you're rowing. But one thing I like to do also is swivel it to the side and use it for a quick little strength training workout, and then I can swivel it back and do my rowing at the end of my workout or later on in the day if I want to get in some extra cardio or something for my full body workout. My boys also love that you can download Netflix and YouTube, and you can watch those things while you row of an evening too, so you can catch up on your favorite shows and also get in a good workout. That is something that I definitely enjoy, especially this time of year when it's so cold outside. I want to stay inside and watch all the cozy Christmas movies, but I could also be getting a workout in at the same time. Our Averon Strong Rower is just such a quality piece of equipment for our household and something that just makes working out extra fun. So if you want to try Averon for yourself, they're offering $50 off of any of their products right now with my code Rustic Honey 50. I'll be sure to link all of that in the description box for you below. And again, you'll save $50 off of any of their products, and you can use my code Rustic Honey 50. Thank you again, Averon, for sponsoring today's video. Now, the month of November is so special to me. Just when I thought October was my favorite, I got to thinking maybe November is actually my favorite. I just love the fall months, but November brings Thanksgiving. And I hope that you didn't take my last video about Christmas planning in the wrong context. It's definitely time for me to start thinking about the holidays and getting ahead on a few things. Yes, having a plan in place is very important to me, but that doesn't mean that I'm not doing my best to slowly savor what is left of the fall months and to take in Thanksgiving and all that the month of November brings. And I think in general, to think about not doing anything for Christmas in the month of November or before Thanksgiving, and that honestly gives me a little bit of anxiety to think about. And I don't know if that is a generational thing, if it has something to do with me feeling like time is just rolling so quickly. But when I was a kid, we never decorated for Christmas until Thanksgiving Day or the day after. And now I honestly do it more so because I feel like I won't end up having the time. And I've mentioned this before, but I was always very busy with my retail business after Thanksgiving, or, with the Black Friday stuff and all of that. So I always did it a little bit earlier. But now I just feel like I decorate quite a bit. And if I don't start, then I will feel like I won't finish until Christmas, and I won't be able to enjoy it because I'll be rushing. and hustling. And by the time we get to December, I really want to be able to sit back and, read a devotional and you have a little bit of spare time to watch a Christmas movie with my kids and just admire the Christmas lights, I guess. I guess I'm just debating that you can enjoy the season that you're in, the fall season, the Thanksgiving season, but still be working towards the Christmas season, slowing down each day, being present, and really savoring the season that you're in that day. And of course, this is all so much easier said than done because life is busy and it's easy to get caught up in the mundane and the routine and then miss out on the things that make the season special if we're not present. But I'd love to hear from you in the comments below just to know whether or not you feel like you're crunched for time when it comes to the holidays or that time is going so fast. I think that is just a common thing that I hear all the time from people of all ages, that time just feels like it's just rushing and racing by. So I would love to hear from you in the comments below on that. But I think there's a few things that we can do during this season and moving into the Christmas season to help ourselves be a little bit more present, more focused on the things that matter, what we can set aside, and how we can be more present and essentially slow time down during this season. Now, you're probably going to guess my first tip as far as slowing down and being more present, and that is to eliminate more of the screen time. Losing your phone for a while and just not having it in your face, period. I like to turn mine on silent. I like to plug it in the back room. I just like to avoid it on days when that's possible, especially when my kids are home. Heard recently somewhere that being on social media is kind of the equivalent to how we are when we get into flow state and how quickly time can pass. So if we're avoiding social media and we're avoiding the screen, then we can save some of our time and some of that rushing. My house is so quiet I can hear the laundry running, which means we better act quickly and get some stuff done, and as soon as we start, someone will need me, I'm sure. But we're going to try to get a few things done. I need to pay some bills and work on what I call honey money so that Dan and I can get all of our things wrapped up for the end of the year. And I just want to tie up loose ends now so I don't have to worry about it in December. And then I need to pop up to my office and work on a few things for the holidays and get those squared away. So let's work quickly. So popping over to the desk here today, I wondered, what is this sticky note? Why is this on the door? It says elevator. My kids have been playing hotel and it's just so cute. They leave little notes all around the house of what this room is, like so that there's a pool and our bedrooms are numbered, but it makes me smile. It's not the most aesthetic thing and I'm always like, what is this sticky note doing here on my door? But also, if I just stop and just adore how cute that is at this season of life. I just love their little imaginations. Now today I am tackling just this big stack of paperwork that I think I've been avoiding for several weeks now. I know I've been avoiding for several weeks now. That's one way to slow down time and do something you've been putting off and that you don't want to do. That actually works every time. It was funny because I feel like I probably only sat here for about 20 minutes, but it felt like an hour to me. Just had to make some phone calls and pay some bills and get things sorted so I could discuss some stuff with Dan for the end of the year and just file old papers away. But I kind of let it get out of hand, so it made it feel like it took longer. And that actually made me think of another way I had heard recently about how we can kind of slow time down. You know how when you're a kid, you feel like time goes on forever, but they say that that's because you're experiencing everything, for the first time, or that's part of it. And they say that if we can get out of our routine, try something new, experience something a little bit different, have new experiences, that it can essentially slow time down a bit. So I always think that that's probably even more so true if you're trying to become a little bit more uncomfortable, like, pushing yourself to do a new kind of workout, or to put yourself in a new social situation that's a little bit scary. And I think that that often will help push us into those uncomfortable new experiences and slow time down. So how could we do that during the holiday season? If you had something new come to mind right away, that's your sign that this is the season. Now, lastly, I'll say, while we're looking at some of the designs I've been working on for the shop, the best way I think to slow down time and to be present in the season is to get outdoors into nature. Even if it's cold and sometimes brutally cold, just a short period of time outside in nature and really being present there makes a huge difference. And another thing to add with that I like to do together is to also spend a lot of time in prayer. Personally, this past month or so, I have so enjoyed walking daily and listening to and praying the rosary at the same time. That has just been a new habit that I really want to stick with, even when it's cold outside. I just find that practice so grounding, and if I can do it at the beginning of the day, it's even better. I'll be sure to link my favorite rosary podcast for you in the description box below, because it is very inspirational and often has great episodes that you'll want to share with your friends. Now, as I'm wrapping up my day, I'm making a quick grocery list out of the recipes I already planned on making for our first holiday get-together this coming weekend for deer season. So if you missed last week's video, be sure to go back and watch it. It's all about getting our brain clear and ready for the holidays. Maybe not so much decorating and doing all of those things yet, but just having a plan and being ready so that we can savor this season while also working towards the next. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Be sure to leave me a comment down below, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I hope to see you back here again very soon.